students, welcome to AJ Akshar Academy YouTube channel. In this session, I am going to discuss NTSC SAT numerical problems on measurements part 2. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel. Please share your valuable comments in the comment section. Okay, let us go to the today's session. First one. Universal time is based on rotation of the earth on its axis, earth's orbital motion around the sun, vibrations of cesium atom, oscillations of quartz crystal. Here universal time is based on vibrations of cesium atom. Okay, third option is correct. Next. Second one, 1 yard in SI unit is equal to. Now here 1 yard, how many centimeters? Here we have to calculate. Let us go to the solution. First, 1 yard is equals to 36 inches. 1 yard is equals to 36 inches. 1 inch is equals to 2.54 centimeter. So 1 yard is equals to 36 into 2.54 centimeters. After multiplication, we are getting 9.91.44 centimeter, and converting into meters, 91.44 divided by 100, because 1 centimeter is equals to 1 by 100 meters. So 91.44 by 100 meters. This can be written as 0.9144 meters. So therefore 1 yard is equals to how many meters? 0.9144 meters. Okay. So in this, which option is correct? Second option is correct. So 1 yard in SI unit is equal to 0.9144 meters. Okay. Next, 1 degree is equal to how many radians? Now discuss. Let us go to the solution. 1 degree is equals to pi by 180. So that is equals to pi nothing but pi is equals to 22 by 7 or 3.14. So substituting pi value here, 3.14 by 80. After division, we are getting 0.01744. So this we can written as 1.745 into 10 to the power of minus 2 radian. So 1 degree is equals to 1.745 into 10 to the power of minus 2 radian. Fourth option is correct. Next, 1 unified atomic mass unit is equal to 1 unified atomic mass unit is equal to 1.67 into 10 to the power of minus 27 kilogram. So this is a AMU, atomic mass unit. 1 AMU is equals to 1.67 into 10 to the power of minus 27 kilogram. Third option is correct. Okay. Next, Next one parasec is equal to, here 1 parasec is equals to, let us discuss. 1 parasec nothing but paralatic second. 1 parasec is equals to, here in this 4 options, which one is correct? Now let us discuss. 1 parasec is equals to, in terms of meters, 0.38 into 10 to the power of 16 meters. 1 parasec is equals to 0.38 into 10 to the power of 16 meters. 1 light year is equals to, light year nothing but the distance travelled by the light in 1 year. So 1 light year is equals to 9.46 into 10 to the power of 15 meters. Therefore, 1 parasec by 1 light year is equals to, here this can be written as 30.8 into 10 to the power of 15 by 9.46 into 10 to the power of 15. 10 to the power of 15, 10 to the power of 15 gets cancels. So this is equals to 3.26. So here 1 parasec by 1 light year is equals to, we are getting 3.26. So taking cross multiplication, 1 parasec is equals to, so therefore 1 parasec is equals to 3.26 light year. So 1 parasec is equals to how many light years? 3.26 light year. So second option is correct. Okay. 1 parasec is equals to, 1 paralatic second is equals to 3.26 light years. Okay. Next, sixth one, unit of refractive index of a medium is meter, kilogram, Newton, unitless. Here meter is the unit of length. So unit of length is meter, unit of mass kilogram, unit of force Newton. So which is a unitless? Refractive index has no units, because refractive index is the pure ratio. So refractive index of a medium, mu is equals to speed of light in first medium by speed of light in second medium, or refractive index of a medium is also defined as refractive index of second medium by refractive index of first medium. So it is a pure ratio. Refractive index is a ratio, pure ratio. So that's why it has no units. So which option is correct? Fourth option is correct. Unitless, it has no units because it is a pure ratio. Okay, next. Hertz is a unit of angular velocity, angular acceleration, frequency, time period. Hertz is a unit of frequency. So frequency, the unit of frequency is Hertz. Hz, Hertz. Okay. Next, ampere is the SI unit of potential difference, magnetic force, electromotive force, electric current. Here ampere is the SI unit of electric current. So electric current is measured in amperes. So ampere is the SI unit of electric current. Okay. Next, SI unit of universal gravitational constant is Newton meter square per kilogram square, Newton meter per second, Newton per meter square, Newton kilogram per meter square. So SI unit of gravitational constant is here, that is G. So G is equals to, this can be written as F r square by m1 m2. So universal gravitational constant G is equals to F r square by m1 m2. So from this formula we are writing the units. Force, unit of force Newton, r is the distance, unit of distance nothing but length, that is unit of length meter, meter square, and m1 m2. m1 m2 are the masses. So unit of mass kilogram, kilogram into kilogram, kilogram square. So unit of gravitational constant G is equals to, that is Newton meter square per kilogram square. So this is the SI unit of universal gravitational constant, Newton meter square per kilogram square. So which option is correct? First option is correct, Newton meter square per kilogram square. Okay. Next, the wrong unit conversion among the following is: 1 Armstrong is equals to 10 to the power of minus 10 meters, 1 Fermi is equals to 10 to the power of minus 15 meters, 1 light year is equals to 9.46 into 10 to the power of 15 meters, 1 astronomical unit is equals to 1.496 into 10 to the power of minus 11 meters. So here Armstrong 10 to the power of minus 10 meters, correct. 1 Fermi is equals to 10 to the power of minus 15 meters, correct. 1 light year is equals to 9.46 in 10 to the power of 15 meters, correct. Now which is the wrong one? Astronomical unit is equals to 1.496 into 10 to the power of 11 should be here minus 11. So this is the wrong unit conversion among these four. So which option is correct? Fourth option is correct. Next question, 11th one. Consider the following statements and select the incorrect statement. Here statement 1, 1 calorie is equals to 4.18 joules. Statement 2, 1 Armstrong is equals to 10 to the power of minus 10 meters. Statement 3, 1 mega electron volt is equals to 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 13 joules. Statement 4, 1 Newton is equals to 10 to the power of minus 5 dyne. So in this 4 statement, which is incorrect? Statement 4 is the incorrect. So 1 calorie is equals to 4.18 joules, correct. 1 Armstrong is equals to the power of minus 10 meters, correct. 1 mega electron volt is equals to 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 13 joules, correct. 1 Newton is equals to 10 to the power of 5 dynes. This is wrong statement. It is incorrect. Actually 1 Newton is equals to 10 to the power of 5 dynes, not minus 5. 1 dyne is equals to 10 to the power of minus 5 newtons, but 1 Newton is equals to 10 to the power of minus 5 is the incorrect. Correct statement is 1 Newton is equals to 10 to the power of 5 dyne. Okay, so which option is correct? Fourth option is correct. This is only incorrect statement. Okay, next, which is the unit of electromotive force? Newton, dyne, volt, none of this. Here Newton is the unit for force and dyne also. SI unit of force is Newton, CGS unit of force is dyne, and volt, electromotive force, is not a force, its unit is volt. So unit of electromotive force is volt. Okay. So which option is correct? Third option is correct. So what is the unit of electromotive force? Volt. Electromotive force is not a force. Its unit is volt. Okay. Third option is correct. Next. SI unit of specific heat is joule by kilogram Kelvin, joule kilogram Kelvin and joule kilogram by Kelvin. None of these. SI unit of specific heat is, now first we will discuss from the formula for heat. Q is equals to, we can write ms delta T. So from this we are writing S is equals to, S nothing but specific heat, S is equals to Q by M into delta T. So unit of heat, SI unit of heat joule, SI unit of mass kilogram, SI unit of temperature Kelvin. So SI unit of specific heat is joule by kilogram Kelvin, or we can write it as joule kilogram inverse Kelvin inverse, or joule kilogram Kelvin. So here in this four options, which is correct? First one is correct. So SI unit of specific heat is joule by kilogram Kelvin, or joule Kelvin inverse and kilogram inverse. So joule kilogram inverse Kelvin inverse, or joule by kilogram Kelvin. Okay. Next, which is not the unit of energy? Joule, electron volts, calorie, pascals. So in these four options, Pascal is not the unit of energy. Unit of pressure is Pascal. So joule is the unit of energy, and electron volts also, and calorie also, and here only Pascal is not the unit of energy. Pascal is the unit of pressure. Force per unit area is the formula for pressure. So pressure, Pascal is the SI unit of pressure, while joule, electron volts, calorie are the units of energy in different form. So which is not the unit of energy? Pascal. Pascal is the unit of pressure. Okay. So which option is correct? Fourth option is correct. Next, energy equivalent to 12 watt hour is, here we have to calculate the energy equivalent to 12 watt hours. Now let us discuss. 12 watt hour is equals to 12 into 1 hour is equals to how many seconds? 3600 seconds. So 12 into 3600, 43200, that is 43200 or 43,200 joules. So this is the equivalent energy to 12 watt hour. So which option is correct in this? First option is correct, 43,200 joules. Okay. Next, 76 mm of Hg is equivalent to, here 76 mm of Hg is equivalent to, now we will discuss. First, 1 atm is equals to 760 mm of Hg. So 760 mm of Hg is equals to 1 atm, atmospheric pressure. So that is equals to 1 bar, that is equals to 10 to the power of 5 pascals or Newton per meter square. So this implies, this can be written as 76 mm of Hg, millimeter of Hg is equals to from this we are writing here 1 atm, or this can be written as here 10 reciprocal, here we get 1 by 10 or 0.1 atmospheric pressure. So 76 mm of Hg is equal to 0.1 atm pressure. Second option is correct. Okay. Next, which of the following has larger length? 1 Armstrong, 10 to the power 5 Fermi, 1 nanometer and 10 to the power of minus 4 micron. So here, which of the following has larger length? Now we'll discuss. 1 Armstrong, that is 1 Armstrong is equals to 10 to the power of minus 10 meters, and 10 to the power of 5 Fermi, that is equals to 10 to the power of 5 into 10 to the power of minus 15 meters. So this implies 10 to the power of minus 10 meters, minus plus 5 minus 15 minus 10 meters. And the next third option is 1 nanometer, that is 1 nanometer is equals to 10 to the power of minus 9 meters, and next one 10 to the power of minus 4 micron is equals to 10 to the power of minus 4 into 10 to the power of minus 6 meters. So that is equals to 10 to the power of minus 10 meters. So 1 Fermi is equals to 10 to the power of minus 10 meters, 1 Armstrong is equals to 10 to the power of minus 10 meters, 1 nanometer is equals to 10 to the power of minus 9 meters, and 10 to the power of minus 4 micron is equals to 10 to the power of minus 10 meters. So in this 4 options, which has a longer length? Nanometer. So nanometer is the longer length, that is 1 nanometer is equals to 10 to the power of minus 9 meters. This is the longer length. In this 4, 1 nanometer has larger length. Okay. Next we will go to the next question. Next 18th one. Which of the following is heavier? 100 kilogram, 10 cube microgram, 10 cube milligram, 10 to the power of 6 nanogram. Now we'll discuss. First one, here 100 kilogram. 100 kilogram can be written as 100 into 10 cube gram. So this can be written 10 square, 10 to the power of 5 grams. Now second option, 10 cube microgram. So this is equals to 10 cube into 10 to the power of minus 6 grams. So this is equals to here plus 3 minus 6, 10 to the power of minus 3 gram. Now third option, 10 cube milligram. So this can be written as 10 cube into 10 to the power of minus 3 gram. So this here plus 3 minus 3 cancel 0, anything power 0 1. So 1 gram. Then last fourth option is 10 to the power of 6 nanograms. So 10 to the power of 6 into 10 to the power of minus 9 grams. So that is equals to 10 to the power of minus 3 grams. So 100 kilograms is equals to 10 to the power of 5 grams. 10 cube microgram is equals to 10 to the power of minus 3 grams. 10 cube milligrams is equals to 1 gram. 10 to the power of minus 6 nanogram is equals to 10 to the power of minus 3 grams. Now which is heavier? 10 to the power of 5 grams is heavier. So first option is correct. Which is the correct option? First one. So 100 kilogram is heavier. In terms of grams, 10 to the power of 5 grams. Okay, so 100 kilogram is heavier. Next, unit of intensity level of sound is decibels. Here MB and GB and KB. Here decibel is the unit of intensity level of sound. So intensity of level of sound is measured in decibels, dB. Okay, first option is correct. Unit of intensity level of sound is dB, that is decibels. dB nothing but dB, nothing but decibels. Decibel is the unit of intensity of sound. Okay, next, which of the following is or are correct? Statement 1, pressure is equals to energy per unit area. Statement 2, pressure is equals to energy per unit volume. Statement 3, pressure is equals to force per unit volume. And statement 4, pressure is equals to momentum per unit volume. 1 and 2, second only, third only, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So here, which is the correct statements? Pressure is equals to energy per unit area. Second one, energy per unit volume, or momentum per unit volume per unit time. So here pressure is equals to, actually the pressure is force acting per unit area is known as pressure. So pressure is equals to force by area. So that is equals to the energy by volume. Energy by volume. So this dimension formula for pressure is mL to the power of minus 1 T to the power of minus 2. So second option is correct. Pressure is equals to energy per unit volume. Second option is correct. Okay. Thanks for watching this video. Thank you.